Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Had a little bit of rain last night, nothing too bad. There were some flood warnings, but I haven't checked yet, but I don't believe we got anywhere close to what they were talking about. But it did kind of knock the dust down and gave us a little bit of moisture in the ground. So Donald Trump has been talking big about how the Federal Reserve is bad, ending the income tax, inflation exists because of the Federal Reserve. I mean, I don't disagree with any of those things, but I'm wondering, like, at what point does his life become threatened because of this stuff, especially if he's actually trying to go through with it? And if his life isn't being threatened, if there isn't an attempt to stop him in that way, then is that part of the plan to get rid of these things and replace them with something else, something that maybe people will be okay with because they don't know what's really going on? On the surface it looks good, but then once you kind of get into it, you realize, wow, this is really bad. I don't know. It's something to think about, because as I've said in the last couple of days, there seems to be nothing stopping him. We all expected the left, the protesters, and all that kind of stuff to stop what was going on, or at least to attempt to disrupt it. That would be the better word, to attempt to disrupt it. It's not really happening. So I don't know. It's something to throw out there. There was a plane that crashed last night in D.C., Washington, D.C., over the Potomac. It's a little strange, I think. It did a head-on collision with a Black Hawk helicopter. I believe that everyone on board both aircraft have been lost. But it seems, even the president posted on social media about this, saying that it doesn't make sense. It was a clear night. They should have been able to see what was going on. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, unless we find out that there were people on board either one of those aircraft that would have been the type of people that they would have wanted to take out. I don't know. But from what I heard, and I haven't heard any definite confirmation, I think there was a lot of Olympic athletes on board the plane, and I think 3 soldiers on board the Black Hawk. But unfortunately, it does look like all lives were lost. But like I said, it is a little strange. It was a clear night. According to reports, it wasn't that, it just out of nowhere a helicopter showed up. They were on a collision course with each other for quite some time, the way I understand it. So I guess you got to start wondering what was going on. Is it just pilot error? Is it air traffic control error? Just a day or two before, there was a conversation with, I think, some of the people that Trump is putting into leadership positions in that area, that the air traffic controllers, there's not enough of them, that there's a big shortage, and that there's just problems in that whole system. And then this happens. I don't know. I mean, are we speculating too much? Is it just simply an unfortunate mistake, an accident that people lost their lives, and it was just a plane crash? I don't know. But it does look a little suspicious, because like I said, they were both low flying. I believe the airplane was scheduled to land on runway 33. It was making its approach, so it was low altitude, making its approach when it all happened. So anyways, and there is video of it. You can watch the video of it. But there's a lot of stuff going on, and we've talked about this. I've talked about this quite a bit here lately, that it's just, whether it's good or bad, it's just kind of inundated us, right, with all this stuff. And maybe I'm too pessimistic. I don't think that I am, but maybe I am. But I think that this is all, that the inundation, the big distraction of all this stuff going on. I think there is a purpose there, a purpose too to kind of keep our attention off of things, to just, it's almost like a video game, you know, a video game, or, you know, a movie, one of these more modern movies where the, you know, it's very flashy and the scene changes, you know, constant, like it's something, you know, loud and bright and shiny, constant, to keep everyone's attention. And I think that that's kind of what's happening. Every day there's something going on. Every day it's just, you know, this is being done, this is being done, this is being done. And some of these things that are being done, it's like, I'm shocked. I mean, I may not disagree with that, but I am absolutely shocked that this is happening. I would have never imagined. And I don't know, maybe it's all going to work out being good, right? Maybe it's just going to be good. But I think that at some point there's going to be some pushback. At some point there's going to be a problem. I mean, you can't completely radically change an entire system this way and not expect there to be some kind of upset, unless the powers that are ruling everything, that's what they want. I don't know, but the amount of radical change, and it is radical, it may be radical in a good way, but it's a radical nonetheless. The amount of radical change that's happening is kind of overwhelming. And I think that for folks like you and I mean, you may enjoy this stuff, some of it. You may think some of it's really good, but you really need to be ready, because at some point things are going to start going the opposite direction. I mean, the honeymoon period will be over, and you know that at some point things are going to start happening. I mean, look at the whole Biden presidency. There was just stuff happening all the time, you know, bad things. And it hasn't really been that way so far with Trump. I mean, we're only like 3 weeks in, but still. But we know that these things are going to be happening. So get yourself prepared. Use this. I saw some people in the comments yesterday or the day before. Use this as a time period, you know, that it's giving you a break, basically, from all the bad stuff. And it's time that you can actually prepare a little bit more. You know, take advantage of this and get a little bit more prepared. Because things are moving in a globalist new world order direction. Whether it's good or bad, more technology, less freedoms, we're moving that direction. And you need to be ready for that. You need to be ready for the time that you need to completely disconnect yourself from the system, because it's getting there. Folks, it's time to get your houses in order and prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.